Thanks for joining us. Now, government has finally opened the much talked about University of Ghana Medical Center. The Ministry of Health has come under immense pressure in the last couple of weeks to open the facility to the general public following complaints over the no-bed crisis at major state health facilities in the country. The 650-bed capacity state-of-the-art health facility is expected to ease the pressure at some of the critical health facilities in the capital, Accra, as some patients have lost their lives whilst awaiting treatment in other facilities. Interim CEO of the facility, Dr. Darius Osei, said all departments of the facility will open within 6 months. He spoke at the opening of the facility.
We are looking at specialists from all fronts, be it private hospital and then the government. We have got some few ones who are ready to work with us straight, and others who need to properly disengage themselves from their employers. We are going to start with the family medicine, internal medicine, obstetric, gynecology, pediatrics, ear, nose and throat, and ophthalmology. We don't have any patient, and our first patient will not be the one who is working, but the one who will be referred to us. By the end of the year, we hope that most of the wards will also be filled with patients. And since the major objective of teaching is part of the core business, you cannot when you don't have patients on the ward. And so those other aspects will come when, because medical training must be trained on patients. Those who are coming to be trained are mostly also postgraduates, and it's not the theory anymore. It is about having patients and learning on them. So gradually we'll be moving into different of the core objectives.
Now, Chairman of the Interim Management Committee of the University of Ghana Medical Center, Dr. Anefi Asamoah said the tussle over the management of the center has been resolved. According to him, it's going to be a partnership between the university and government.
And in some cases, to ensure that the few specialists around are able to provide services here. So that is when the services mentioned about stage by stage. And the first stage is start with the specialist consultation, which is known as the outpatient services. Even that we're going to start small with a few clinics, and over time, the 10 or 12 clinics will come on stream. Consistently, we've been advised by different people, please don't make this like Kolebu. So we are very keen that we establish a different culture, a culture that makes this place patient-friendly, come first, a culture which is patient-centered, and where health workers have the right attitude by the highest level of services. But in order to make sure this doesn't become a Kolebu, it doesn't just depend on health workers. It's important that we establish the right management.
You're still watching Joy News today. Let's stay with the story a bit further. And Maxwell Agbagba has joined us on phone. He's at the University of Ghana Medical Center. Maxwell, are there patients receiving treatments now?
Well, not yet, Daniel. We don't have patients at the outpatient department receiving treatment now. Indeed, as you heard, the chairman of the Interim Management Committee and then the CEO himself mentioned, this facility is not going to be a walk-in facility. What it means is that patients would have to be referred here before they can come here to seek medical care. Essentially, if you have headache or stomach ache or anything, you cannot just walk into this place. So at the press briefing, the chairman of the IMC mentioned that because of that, they do not have any patients waiting at the outpatient department.
Okay.
So hopefully in the coming days when some of them are referred here, then we'll have them coming to the University of Ghana Medical Center.
What about medical staff? We understand there are supposed to be some 30 medical staff on hand. Have you seen any of them?
Yes. Earlier, I spoke to the interim administrator for the center. He told me that for now they are working with a figure of 30 50. We have taken information also that already text messages have been sent to people who have been recruited to man the various specialist units and then officers here, and they are supposed to meet the CEO, the interim CEO, in the coming days. So the information has already gone out there for those who have been employed. But for those who are here, the administrator told me that they are working with a figure of 30 to 50, but the number is likely to increase in the coming days.
Have you seen any of these medical staff there?
Yes, a lot of them were, actually some of them were at the press briefing that happened at the outpatient and administrative units of the hospital. The administrative staff also, we saw some of them going about their normal duties. For others also, they were stationed outside going about their normal duties. So really, work has started here at the University of Ghana Medical Center. That it is restricted to the outpatient department, which is going to serve as a referral unit for this particular hospital. So if you come here, I mean, there's the medical training and simulation center, there's the women and children's unit, there's the diagnosis unit, there's the outpatient administration unit. So one is functioning now as the outpatient and administration unit. That is part of the phase 1 of the project, and operationalization started today.
Thank you very much, Maxwell Agbagba, for that report. Let's go to the Ashanti region now, where police in Obuasi have arrested a man who mistakenly shot at 4 children who had gone snail hunting. 2 of them sustained multiple gunshot wounds, but have been treated and discharged by the Anglo Gold Ashanti Hospital in Obuasi. The other 2 managed to escape unhurt. The suspect allegedly mistook the children for robbers and shot at them through his bedroom window. The suspect, whose name is being withheld, was picked up this morning together with his licensed gun. Ohiming Teria has more.
The children, aged 13 and 16 respectively, left their Hansunyodi home on Monday night for snail hunting at Abumpi. They were spotted in a nearby bush by the suspect, who fired several shots at them at about 2 a.m. They received gunshot wounds on the buttocks, legs and other parts of their bodies. The Class 5 and JHS2 students have been sharing their ordeal with Joy News. One of them is 16-year-old Apia Pinkra.
We passed in front of a house while looking for a way out of the bush. My friend here poured his bag of snail onto the ground. I then decided to pee a few meters away. Suddenly, we heard gunshots. The bullets hit me and my friend. We then heard the shouts calling us armed robbers. I began to feel numbness in my legs. I couldn't move again. Then a second shot was fired, hitting my other friend. He then started crying, so we all started running for our lives. The man then emerged from nowhere and assaulted my friend, who was hit by the bullet.
Pinkra's mother, Yechan, says the children left home without permission. She has debunked the suspect's claim the children were suspected armed robbers.
He wanted to kill the children. It will be a lie for him to accuse the children of being armed robbers. You have no right to fire at even armed robbers. The only thing you can do is to fire warning shots. Why shoot at human beings as if they are goats? You fired first and then second. You have no business shooting robbers with intention to kill them.
From Obuasi, for Joy News, Ohiming Teria reporting.
We'll stay in the Ashanti region and deal with gunshots a bit more, because police, in an effort to stem the tide of armed robbery, have gunned down 7 suspected armed robbers at Manso in that part of the country. Municipal Chief Executive for Asokori Mampong, Alhaji Ali Duseidu, however, says 3 of the deceased are known activists of the New Patriotic Party who have no known ties with armed robbers. A policeman was gunned down and another sustained gunshot wounds at Manso a couple of weeks ago, whilst on the heels of armed robbers. Ashanti Region Police are expected to address the press on the matter today. The police have been speaking to the press after the incident.
Being patriotic is not the best. heart is filled with yes.
So what brought you to the Central Police Command?
Yesterday we had an executive committee meeting on Sunday. We started a meeting around 11. We had a meeting, I had a call that there was a misunderstanding between senior high students and boys. So I had to write to the school. While there, I was there with the police from Isaac, and from there we had that some people have been killed at Passion numbering about 7. So there and then pictures kept coming, and we were able to see about 3 people who are residents of our community, municipality. So this morning you can see with me the representatives of all the 3 families that were identified out of the circle. So I was with them in the morning, and I've gone there to console them and to also hear from them, because as a representative of the president, there was the need for me to go there and have first-hand information. So he said we should come together with me. We came to the police command wanting to get a briefing as to what because there are a whole lot of issues that we hear out there. Is it mining site? Is it a crime scene? How was it like? So we came today to take the briefing from the police. The position of the family is my position. Their position is that we should do an in-depth investigation into the matter. They want to know what exactly happened. Yes, there are a whole lot of things out here.
So apologies, that was rather the MCE for Asokore Mampong, Alidu Seidu there. Now, some spare parts dealers at Abosiokan here in Accra have expressed their dissatisfaction with government over the numerous tax and import duties they are being forced to pay. If you will recall, government in March 2017 announced its decision to abolish and reduce import duties for spare parts dealers. However, after over a year, the spare parts dealers say they haven't felt any reduction in import duties as promised by government, but are rather experiencing what they have described as skyrocketing import duties.
So we are currently at Abosiokan Spare Parts Dealers Association. We are thereabouts in the market. Now, these people were one of the priorities of the subsequent or this particular government, as they promised them that we're going to remove some taxes and import duties from them. But we are here to find out from them ahead of tomorrow's budget review to find out how they have been feeling and how their businesses have been thriving over the past few years. I've been joined by one of the importers or some of the dealers of spare parts. Let me just first of all find out from you, how has business generally been for you?
Actually, business has been dull nowadays. We have a big dream because they have promises for us. Even the first promises of the government was he will clear import duties and things. So we were ready for him. We supported him 100%. But we heard they have cleared import duties on some of our parts. We were happy here. We shouted, we jubilated, did everything. We thought this is the time our business is going to boom. But could you believe that when we went to clear our goods, things were the same as it was. It was even higher than how it was. It was a big disappointment for us. But we don't have anything to say because we don't know whom or who to talk to.
So you had one of the spare parts dealers, but let me also try and get to speak to some of the people who actually deal with this business. In part, what happens to say on here, but you think now, me say, una only shop boy na.
But I, me shop boy.
Okay. And so far the business no saying the air cost amount.
Business in there, mami. Enkoye, your masters no musu sa. You better, you ntoshi, you better sa. Ni asa kufi. Oba sa kure iska kure omudu ma yakura na akwakoye problem. Enkoye.
Now taxes na your promise say you be year free more import duties no. Mo feel sa when mo pocket money.
Oh, David. And me, at least I need a master's now. And because I always be almost say, or more attitude duties in this, but your master's say, yes, I know it is. And almost is here. They be a dear cedar than a sanity. That than the crisis, a crowd was so crash first. In Cabo, the community first moment, Siciano. He said, and then you cry, your breath off, and which year. You better cry, your bar, your breath, your pageant in the crazy karma, almost a muniska.
Why disappointed?
Serious. By next 2 years, me travel in Canada, me to be 2020, me to be.
So that's a disappointed dealer. But I have seen this particular man shout at the background, telling me how difficult it is. But only okay. Now, business no. Ekoso saying Emma.
Oh, sisi ade slow movement wa see. Sisi ade ntohwe ye ba betena asa ade sane asori ku fie sa. Even me boss crap onyam ko due to near 5,000. Your call and then return the Boko University 2,500 so I did. Very bad. It's in the government no so no young baby. Omunya we power and there assassinate doko but omunya we are omunimi into also mission omunya baby. Yes, I also about to also ever fire one you.
It's what I said, Omuka so meaning now won't finish your bottle.
Mammy omuyi echna we caught my port. Come to my bar and come to move when they are course on omuyi.
So you've heard from some of the spare parts dealers. I mean, initially I had wanted to speak to some of the importers of these particular goods, but then most of them denied speaking to us because they were scared that they would be sidelined.
Still watching Joy News today, I am Daniel. That's the stories we've dealt with so far. Government finally opens University of Ghana Medical Center for operations following intense pressure, largely born out of current no-bed crisis, which Ghana's health sector is faced with. Two out of 4 children who went snail hunting sustained multiple gunshot wounds after a man mistakenly shoots at them, thinking they were robbers. The police has since arrested the suspect. Thanks for staying with us. This is Joy News today. Now, a traffic light located in the heart of the Wa Township has been nicknamed the disco traffic light because it's always malfunctioning. According to residents, it has never worked for more than a week since it was erected. This creates traffic jams and accidents on that stretch. For Joy News Agenda today, we focus on this traffic light located on the stretch named Leper Street in Wa in the Upper West region.
The movement of over 8,000 vehicles and 200,000 residents that use this intersection is controlled by this traffic light. The first traffic light in the Wa Township, located at Robbery, was installed close to 2 decades ago because many residents were fast acquiring cars. 2 more traffic lights were added a couple of years ago at the hospital and the Golden Key junctions. However, this traffic light, located at the Hyper Street and in front of the Wa branch of the National Investment Bank, NIB, has never worked normally for more than 7 continuous days since its installation. Nasim Mumin has been driving this tricycle for the past 3 years. He has lost count of the number of accidents recorded at the intersection due to the dysfunctional traffic light.
At times when you come, there is a big truck coming. So as some are passing here, some are passing here. So as a Kambu driver, you know it's a passenger car. So you don't know where to pass. As long you go normal, you see the truck coming. Because the traffic is not working, he's doing fast to go. So normal accident normal occur this place. So it's no good. So we are pleading for the Assemble to come and do it for us.
The traffic light goes off anytime it rains or there are winds, and it is a nickname, the disco traffic lights.
Yeah, actually it's the disco type. It comes and goes. If it works for a week, it will go for a week. So I don't know. And it has the installation period has not been that long. The oldest traffic we are having has been there since, but we've not been experiencing such problem aside lights out and all those things. But this one, just a few years back, but all the time it's always having problems here and there.
Upper West Manager of the National Road Safety Commission, Mohammed Abdul Sabad, is not happy with a frequent breakdown of the traffic lights.
Yes, well, a traffic light is there to perform a function, which is to ensure that there is sanity on our roads. There will be free movement, free flow, everybody will have his turn and whatnot and then move on. Once the thing is not working, there will be chaos. And that results in what? Crashes. We are not happy. Yeah, we want this to be fixed, such that it will continue to work just like the other two are working, so that kind of problem that we face there every now and then when there is a crash. Now we don't talk about the old traffic light, we don't talk about the hospital junction, always we say NIB junction. I don't think it's a good thing. We want it fixed. Urban roads and the assembly, they are doing their best, but the thing is still not working. Currently as we speak, it's not working.
One mayor, Alhaji Tai Risaku Mumin, stated that his outfit has worked several times on this traffic light, but has always not been able to get answers to the jigsaw puzzle.
It's giving us challenges, that particular one. And what the issues are, we don't know. But the last time, I think one of the raids, the brain board, is it the processor? Yeah, the processor, got broken. We brought the people, they changed one, and they removed it and reinstalled a different one. And then subsequently, it was only the amber that was coming. I mean, the other colors wasn't functioning. So we brought them again to have a look at it, and now it's completely off.
He however revealed that the traffic light will soon be fixed.
Because we do not have the technicians here within the municipality, so sometimes it breaks down and it has to take about a week or two before we can fix it. I think currently the one around the NIB bank area is malfunctioning, and we have already contacted the technicians to come and have an assessment of it and tell us exactly what to do. So just this afternoon, the urban roads engineer indicated to me that he has got in touch with the people, and the delegation is coming to have a look at it. And I think your coming here is really on time.
Whilst waiting for the engineers to fix the traffic light here, pedestrians and motorists believe regular or community police personnel must be deployed as traffic wardens to bring sanity here.
They go to the top there and stand. Normally they think that place is normally busy, but here too is already busy. Now, how the people are in work is increasing, so we are pleading for the youth employment to come here and direct the cars for us.
Whilst the one mayor promises to install more traffic light in town, the big question is, how do you manage many if you cannot manage one? Reporting for J News, Rafik Salam.
To the eastern region now, where a group calling itself the Concerned Citizens of Etiwa in that part of the country say they are worried about the silence of the Akufo-Addo-led government to review plans to mine bauxite in the Etiwa Forest Reserve despite several calls. The group say there will be devastating consequences on the forest reserve and surrounding communities if the bauxite mining takes place there. As the president, Nana Akufo-Addo, is billed to co-chair a high-level political forum to discuss the global agenda on sustainable development goals in New York, the citizens are calling on governments to make a pronouncement on their concerns. Correspondent Kofi Siao reports.
Dozens of residents from communities around the Etiwa Forest Reserve a few months ago embarked on a 6-day walk from Chebi to Accra, a distance of 95 kilometers, to protest government decision to mine bauxite in the Etiwa Forest Reserve. The protest followed the signing of a $15 billion agreement between government of Ghana and Chinese investors to mine bauxite at Etiwa and Nyinanyin in the Ashanti region. The group, numbering about 150 during the walk, presented petitions to several influential dignitaries, including Osajifo Amotia of Ripenin and the executive director of the Forestry Commission, Kwajo Ousu Afriye, who expressed and shared in the position of the group to save the Etiwa forest for water. After petitioning government and holding several meetings with the environment minister, the citizens now claim that government has been silent on the issue. At a media briefing at Sejimase entrance to the forest reserve, Otenjesi, assemblyman for Kwabin, who doubles as spokesperson to the Tiwa concerned citizens, says the decision by government to leverage the bauxite deposits defeats government claim of committing to sustainable development goals on the environment.
As concerned citizens, we are not against any developmental agenda of the government for the area in particular and the whole country in general. But we question the sustainability of such developmental agenda as far as the economic emancipation of the communities are concerned. Mr. President, I'm sure as co-chair of the SDGs, you are aware that mining bauxite in the forest, that is the source of water to over 5 million people and a heaven of biodiversity, some farms nowhere else in the world, is definitely not the transformation towards sustainable and resilient and prosperous nation that you seek to build. Since sustainability runs through all the SDG goals, 6, 7, 11, 12, 15, and 17, then a holistic, critical due diligence must be done before promising to mine our watersheds.
Away from that, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Those are the words of former South African president and apartheid hero Nelson Mandela. Today, July 18 being International Nelson Mandela Day, we celebrate 100 years since his birth. Mandela always had a passion to change the world for the better. Mapito Sibidi asked a few people how this generation can follow in Mandela's footsteps and change the world for better.
We all know that education, more than anything else, improves our chances of leading better lives. As we in Africa face the challenges of building a better Africa, the continued investment in the education of our children must be at the heart of our efforts.
Now, making the world a better place starts with you and me, and that is why I want to find out from ordinary citizens how we can make the world a better place.
Making the world a better place as an individual, just first of all, as a citizen of Ghana, everything Ghana comes first. Yes, so I have to do things, I have to put things in place so that I can make myself a better person.
The whole essence of life is growth and service. So as an individual, I need to better myself. I need to study, train my mind, and then look around in my society. What are the problems? What qualities, what talents do I have that I could use that talent to help somebody else and to make the world a better place? So
now let's make it a point to celebrate his life and his legacy by making this world a better place. For Joy News,
I have fought against white domination, and I have fought against black domination.
May the soul of Madiba rest in peace. Well, that's it from us.